Hi everyone, I'm Genevieve. Thanks for joining me today for your Yoga for Immunity class. So whether you are feeling like you're on the verge of getting sick or you just want to prevent it altogether, this is a great class to practice. It will incorporate a lot of twists so that we're deeply wringing out the internal organs, releasing those organs of any toxins that may have built up, and also to allow for more fresh oxygenated blood to really flood those organs to help keep them vital and healthy and functioning to their optimum. So when you're ready, meet me on your mat. You can have blocks and a strap handy if you'd like. I will not be using any props for this class. So interlace the hands, push them out away from you. Inhale, reach the arms up and over, then reach them forward, coming into some rib cage circles here. Just really waking up the spine. On the way forward, really scoop the belly and round the back. Maybe bring the head up at the top if it's not sore on the neck. And at the end of your next exhale, switch the directions. Inhaling when you come up at the top and exhaling as you're scooping and rounding forward. And exhale forward. At the bottom of your exhale, come back up to neutral. Interlace the hands behind you. Reach them down and away. Look up. And exhale, tuck the chin towards the chest. Pull the low ribs in. Inhale, lift the chin up. And exhale, drop the chin towards the chest. One more time, inhale up. Close off the teeth to stretch through the front of the throat. And exhale, drop the chin to the chest. Inhale, left ear to left shoulder. Bring the wrists over towards the right hip. Move the chin up and down. Getting a nice stretch through the side of the neck. One more inhale and exhale. Let the chin fall towards the chest. Move your wrists over to the left hip. Let the right ear drop to the right shoulder, lifting that chin up and down. Try and keep the shoulders level. It's something I always have to remind myself about. Exhale down and gently release. Bring your left hand to your left knee, right fingertips behind you. Inhale, find length. Exhale, twist. Inhale forward. Exhale, left hand to behind you, right hand to the knee. Inhale, find length first. Exhale, twist. Inhale, look forward. And exhale, release. Come to find a tabletop position. Shoulders over wrists, fingers are spread, hips underneath the knees, toes are tucked. Inhale for cat and cow, arc the spine, look up. Exhale, push the mat away from you as you protract the scapula, tuck the chin. Inhale, look up, arc the spine. Exhale, scoop and round. Pull the tailbone underneath you. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale to neutral. Keep the hips where they are, right above the knees, and reach the fingertips forward for puppy pose. Let the forehead come to a block or to the floor. Keep active on those fingertips. So it's like you're pulling the armpits up away from the mat. Let the heart sink. Inhale, come on back up. Walk your hands back. Inhale, left arm reaches up to the sky. Exhale, feed that arm underneath the right, coming into a shoulder stretch. Right fingertips off to the side. Push into the fingertips to draw the right hip back. Inhale forward, walk yourself back up to neutral. Inhale, right arm reaches up, reach, reach, reach. Exhale, feed that arm underneath the left. Try and get the back of the right shoulder on the floor, left fingertips off to the side, pull left hip back. Inhale back up to neutral. Exhale, plant the hands. Step back into plank here. Drop the knees, and then the chest and chin come down to the floor in between the hands. Arc the spine. Inhale, extend the legs out behind you. Inhale for cobra, elbows tight to the body, shoulders down and back. Exhale, fold, plant the hands, lift up through tabletop, and find downward dog. Pedal the feet here. Take the feet wide and step them up about half a foot up towards the hands. Hands can hold on to the outer edges of the mat and feel like you're pulling the mat away from you as the feet root into the mat and the tailbone lifts. Draw the low belly up and in. Find neutral with the hands. Reach the right hand towards the outside of the left shin. Look up and underneath the left armpit. Inhale back to center. Exhale, other side. Plant the right hand, left hand to the outside of the right shin. Bend the left elbow. Look up underneath the right shoulder. Keep the hips neutral. Inhale back to center. Exhale, find your normal downward dog. Feet are hip distance apart, toes are spread. Exhale, bend the knees, pull the hips away and look forward. Step, walk, or hop to the front of the mat. Inhale, look up and lengthen. Either hands to shins or fingertips underneath the shoulders. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look up and lengthen, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. Hips over heels. Inhale, look up again. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look forward. Sweep all the way up, either hands out to the side or out in front of you. Gaze up at the fingertips. Exhale, hands through heart center here. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, dive forward once more. Heel toe the feet apart so that they're hip distance apart. Interlace the hands behind the back. Give a soft bend in the knees as you exhale the arms overhead. Now bend deeply through the right knee. Bring the right shoulder towards the right knee and straighten through the left leg. Inhale, bend both knees again. Exhale, left shoulder towards left knee. Keep the left knee bent, straighten through the right leg. Gaze up by the right shoulder. Exhale, look down, bend both knees. Lift the legs, lift the tailbone up to the sky as you fold the arms overhead. Soft bend in the elbows if you're prone to hyperextension. Exhale, bring the hands to the sacrum. Release your grip. Inhale, look up and lengthen once more. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep all the way up to standing. Exhale, hands through heart center. Plant both feet on the mat. Big toes are touching. Heels are about 1.5 inches apart. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, hold on to the right wrist, crescent over to the left. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, step back with the right foot into a lunge position. Plant the right hand off the mat. Inhale, left arm up and over for a side twist. Exhale, come back through center. Now pivot the feet so they're parallel to the long edge of your mat. Bring the heels to the back edge of your mat. Fold forward for wide leg forward bend. Bring the heels of the hands in line with the heels of the heels. Bring right hand to the outside of the right shin. Bend into the right leg. Maybe look up and underneath the left armpit. Keep the left leg straight. Hips are as level as they can be. Inhale, find center again. Forward fold. Hold on to the big toes with your peace fingers and use resistance, pulling the toes with the fingers, and the toes push into the fingers. Elbows bend out to the side. Inhale, look up and lengthen. Exhale, pivot back around to the front of the mat. Step back into plank, glide and lower, chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Bend the knees, pull the hips away, look forward, step, walk, or hop to the front of the mat. Inhale, look up and lengthen. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, sweep all the way up. Exhale, hands through heart center. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Hold on to left wrist with right hand this time, crescent over towards the right to start with. Inhale, up. Exhale, hold on to left wrist, hold on to right wrist, crescent over to the left. Inhale, up. Exhale, diving forward. Step back with the left foot this time. Bring the left fingertips off to the side. Sweep the right arm up and around for a twisted lunge. Twisted side stretch lunge. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, pivot the feet to the long edge of the mat. Bring the heels to the back edge of the mat. Hands come to your hips. Fold forward. Prasarita Padottanasana B. This time take your left hand towards the outside of the right shin, right fingertips underneath the elbow and twist up, gazing underneath the right shoulder, armpit. Inhale back through center. Exhale, fold forward. Lift the tailbone up towards the sky. Let the elbows push in towards midline and shoulders melt down the back. Inhale, look forward. Keep the hips in line with the heels. Exhale, pivot around to the front of the mat. Step back into plank. Glide and lower. Take your vinyasa. We'll meet in downward dog. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale here. Exhale. Bend the knees, pull the hips away, look forward, step, walk, or hop. Front of the mat. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep all the way up. And exhale, hands come through your heart center. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, let the left hand fall beside the left hip and side bend over. Inhale, back up. Right hand falls beside the right thigh and side bend over. Inhale up, both hands meet. Exhale, fold forward. Step back with the right foot. Inhale for crescent lunge, sweep the arms up. Then exhale, hands come through heart center. Reach the hands over towards the right. Spin the back heel down, coming into a variation of humble warrior. So the hands are like downward dog here, but you're propped upon your fingertips and the legs are rock solid. Pull the left hip underneath you. Push more weight into the outer edge of the right foot. Bend through the front knee, knee tracks in line with the middle toes. Then bend through the left foot, coming into Skandasana. Kick up the right toes, inhale, reach right arm up. Exhale, look down, pivot around to the front. Step back into plank, lift the hips up into downward dog. Inhale, step right foot in between the hands, coming into crescent. Sweep the arms up. And exhale, fold forward to the inside of the right foot, reaching for your humble warrior. Spin the left heel down. Make sure there's heel to arch alignment here. Reach forward with your downward dog arms and your warrior two legs. Externally rotate the left leg. Keep a deep bend in the front knee. Scoop that bum underneath you. Then deep bend through the right leg. Kick up the left toes, coming into Skandasana, opening it up if you did so on the last side. Soft bend in the left knee if you're prone to hyperextension, and try and keep the right knee in line with the middle toes. If you need to elevate that heel onto a block or a blanket, it's always an option. Inhale, look down, pivot around to the front of the mat, step back, glide and lower, chaturanga. Look forward, inhale, upward dog. Exhale, lift the hips, tuck the toes, downward dog. Inhale here. Exhale. Bend the knees, pull the hips away, step, walk, or hop. Inhale, look up and lengthen. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, sweep all the way up to standing. Exhale, hands come through heart center. Okay, take a breath here. Root through the left foot, bringing the right foot up into tree pose. Sole of foot to the ankle, inner calf, or the inner thigh. Push the foot into whatever part of the leg it's on, but please don't put that foot on the knee. Push the leg into the foot, foot into the leg. Inhale the right knee forward. Exhale, fold into your warrior three, Virabhadrasana C. Point both hip bones down to the ground. You look like a capital T here. Exhale, bend through the left knee slowly as possible, like you're moving through molasses. Reach the right foot back until you come into a lunge position. Drop the back knee. Take your prayer hands, cross right elbow across left knee. Really scoop the belly, get that elbow as deep as you can to the outside of the left knee. Inhale, look down at the front foot. Bring the right elbow to the the left elbow to the left knee. Bend up the right foot, coming into quad stretch. If you want to come up higher, you can push the left knee away with the left hand. Right heel is just to the outside of the sit bone, no wider. Exhale, gently release the back foot. Shift the hips back so right hip is right over top of the right knee. Scooch the left foot forward a couple of inches, kick up the toes. Pull left hip back, right hip forward, fold into it. Ardha Hanumanasana. It's always nice to have hands up on blocks here if you're feeling like the floor is too far away. Tilt the tailbone up to the sky. Exhale, step into the left foot. Lift up through the back knee. Sweep the arms up into crescent. And then hands through heart center, step up, right foot meets left. Big toes are touching. Bend deep into Utkatasana, sweep the arms up. And come to standing. Exhale, hands through heart center. Other side, root into the right foot. Left foot comes up into tree pose. Taking same variation you took on the last side. Inhale, left knee forward. Exhale, fly into your Virabhadrasana C. Squeeze the inner groins together. Low belly draws in. Left foot is flexed. Now bend through the right knee and as slow as possible, reach that left foot back until the toes touch the ground and you're in a lunge position. Drop the back knee. Exhale, left elbow outside of the right knee. Twisted prayer. Inhale, look forward, release your twist. Taking the quad stretch on this side, bend up the left leg, either holding on to the inside of the foot or spinning fingertips towards the front of the mat for an added shoulder stretch. Either right elbow onto the front knee or push the knee away with the hand. Exhale, release the back leg. Shift the hips back so left hip is in line with the left knee. Scooch the right heel forward a couple times, kick up the toes, pull right hip back, left hip pulls forward. Inhale, step into the front foot. Pick up the back knee. Inhale, sweep up into crescent. And exhale, step left foot up to meet right. Big toes are touching, knees are squeezing together. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, forward fold here, just to release it out for a moment. Heel toe the feet wide. Come to sit into your malasana. Triceps push against the inner legs. Bring hands to heart center and reach the heart up as the tailbone reaches down. Inhale, bring your feet back so that big toes are touching again. Heels are apart. Bend the knees. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, right elbow outside of the left knee. Pull the right hip back. Make sure knees track in line with the toes. Inhale, looking down. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, open up into warrior two, heel to arch alignment. So right foot reaches back. Inhale, gaze over the left fingertips. Flip the left palm. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Inhale, back up through center. Exhale, Parsvakonasana variation. So elbow can come to the knee, fingertips can graze the floor to the inside of the foot or on a block. Right arm extends up and maybe overhead. Option here is to half bind, bringing that top arm around you, reaching for the inside of the left thigh. If it's in your practice, you can take the left arm, scoop it underneath, maybe interlocking fingertips, or left hand holds onto right wrist. Exhale, gaze down at the front foot, undo your bind. Inhale, sweep up through warrior two, extend the left leg. Exhale, right into it for triangle pose. It's two straight legs, like you're squished between two panes of glass. Inhale, right arm up. More weight into the left big toe pad. Scoop the belly, keep it pulled in. Again, it's a nice place to have a block here underneath the left shoulder. If you don't have one, just keep the hand on the shin wherever you need to, wherever you can find length in the underside body. Then gaze down at the front foot, bend through the front knee, heel toe, the back foot in a few inches. Then bring the left fingertips about 1 foot in front of the left foot and just to the outside of the pinky toe. Inhale, push into the left foot, keep the hip drawing back, opening up into half moon. Another option is to have a block underneath your left hand here. Flex through the top foot. Find length in the left side body. Maybe gaze up at fingertips. Exhale, looking down, pivot the top hip down so hips are parallel to the mat. Squeeze the inner groins in towards each other. Fold into it for standing splits. Bend through the left knee. Bring the right knee to the outside of the left foot, coming into Ardha Matsyendrasana. Seated twist. Make sure both bums are rooted on the ground. Inhale, right arm reaches up. Exhale, right arm to the outside of the left knee. Inhale, finds length. Exhale, finds movement. Find the effort in the work, but release the tension. Option here is for a half bind, lifting the left arm up behind you. Now, if you're drooping in the low back when you do that, keep your fingertips on the floor and they work as a little kickstand. If you have length in the low back while you're doing your half bind and you'd like to work towards a full bind, you scoop the right arm in between that little hole you've created and hold on to fingertips. Or maybe right hand holds on to left wrist and the left palm is facing out. Keep weight in the left foot like you're standing on it. Exhale, looking forward. Release your twist and stack the right knee on top of left knee, coming into Gomukhasana legs. Level out the hips here, make sure both sit bones are on the ground, and then we lean forward. Inhale, walk yourself back up. Exhale, move the left leg behind you, preparing for pigeon. So right knee to the outside of the right wrist. And then scoop the left shoulder underneath you, left arm to the side for a twisted pigeon. This is just an option. If you want to take regular pigeon, then please feel free to do that. And if you're feeling tweaking on the knee, then take a reclined pigeon or a supine figure 4 position. Go to where you feel the edge and then back off just a bit so that you're really allowing the body to sink into the pose versus creating tension in the pose. Inhale, bring yourself back up to center. Plant your left hand on the floor, tuck the back knees, come into a side plank. Inhale, right arm up, either staying here or lifting right knee, stepping the toes behind you. Externally rotate through the left shoulder, coming into wild thing. Left leg is straight, right knee is bent. Reach up with the sternum. Exhale, find your way back as slow as you can into a plank position. Glide and lower chaturanga for vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward dog. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Bend the knees, pull the hips away, look forward, and step, walk, or hop, front of the mat. Inhale, look up and lengthen. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, bend the knees, sweep up, Utkatasana. Exhale, left elbow outside of right knee. Pull left knee back. Move the knees back so they're not tracking over the toes. Exhale, look down. Inhale, release your twist, step back with the left leg, drop the right knee, and left elbow outside of right knee for your twist. Exhale, look down. Inhale, untwist yourself. Oh, I did it wrong. Exhale, bend the knees, pull the hips away, look forward, step, walk, or hop. Front of the mat. Inhale, look up and lengthen. And exhale, fold. Inhale, bend the knees, get low for Utkatasana, arms sweep up. Exhale, left elbow outside of the right knee for your twisted Utkatasana. Pull the left hip back, draw the knees behind the level of the toes. Hands are reaching towards sternum. Exhale, look down. Inhale, release your twist. And exhale, open up into warrior two. Spin the back heel down, heel to arch alignment. Legs are 1.5 leg distances apart. Inhale, arms sweep up to shoulder height. Keep the arms dynamic. They're not just floppy here, they're working. Flip the right palm, exhale, left hand sweeps down the shin for reverse warrior. Keep a bend in the right knee. Inhale up through center, exhale, Parsvakonasana. Glide the body forward. Same arm placement that you had on the last side. If you took a half bind, reach the left arm behind you, reaching for a piece of fabric or the inside of the right thigh. Open up through the top shoulder. If you did on the last side, take your full bind. Gaze down at the front knee. Inhale, sweep the body up through warrior two, lengthen through the front leg. Exhale, kick the hips to the left, body reaches out. Trikonasana. Hand on floor, shin, or block here. Pull the right shoulder down and back. More weight into the right big toe pad for most of us. Exhale, bend into the front knee. Heel toe the back foot in a bit. Scooch the right hand about a foot in front of the right foot, just to the outside of the foot, and sweep the leg up, top leg up for half moon pose. Lengthen through the right side body. Exhale, look down. Whoop. Coming into standing splits. Point both hip bones down to the ground, squeeze the inner groins, and drop the head for standing splits. Lengthen through both legs. Flex the left foot. Bend the left knee, bring it to the outside of the right heel as you come to sit for your Ardha Matsya Andrasana. Right fingertips behind you. Inhale, left arm sweeps up and left elbow outside of right knee. Plant both sit bones into the ground. If you did on the last side, take your half bind, keeping the length in the low back. And if you took full bind, you can swim that left arm in between the legs, holding on to right wrist, palm faces out. And trying to open through the collarbones. Find length and more movement as you exhale. This is definitely not a static pose. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, slowly release. Bring the right knee over top of the left knee. Stack them and fold forward as the sit bones root down. Inhale, walk yourself back up. And rotate the right leg behind you, preparing for pigeon on the second side. Left knee outside of left wrist. Level out the hips and come on down. If you took supine pigeon on the other side, or if this side feels different than your first side, tweakiness in the knee, then take the modification, please, of figure 4 on your back. Tuck the back toes. Inhale, walk yourself back up. Plant both hands on the mat. Find yourself into a side plank on the right side. Either staying here or bend through the left knee and drop the toes behind you. Reach up through the heart to arc over. Inhale, back through center. Find your plank and glide in lower chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward dog. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Come down onto your hands and your knees. And bring your forearms to the ground. You can interlace your hands. Pinky fingers are extended out onto the floor. Lift the hips up, coming into dolphin pose. Walk the feet up towards the elbows. Push the elbows into the ground to lift the shoulders. Externally rotate the upper arm bones. Feel the low belly drawing in. Walk, walk, walk up as high as you can, trying to get the shoulders over top of the elbows. And exhale, walk it back and drop to the knees. If you have headstand in your practice, we will move towards that now. So if you're near a wall and you need a wall, then go ahead. If you're proficient in headstand in the middle of the room, then you can join me. Otherwise, you can take dolphin pose once again, working on that shoulder integration. If you're coming into headstand, elbows are shoulder distance apart, place just in front of the crown of the head, right near the hands. Push into the elbows as you walk the feet up. And when you feel like your bum's going over your head and the toes get light, then lift up either one leg at a time or pike it up into headstand. Push into the elbows. This is more of a forearm balance than weight in the head. It's about 80% weight in the arms, very, very, very lightweight, maybe 20% in the head. Keep the back of the neck long. Exhale, slowly start to hinge at the hips, bringing the hips over top of the head again. Straight legs with control. Push into the elbows as you gently lower your way down and find child's pose. Everyone in child's pose. Extend the arms behind you. Inversions are a great way of cleansing and clearing out the body. Adding to that buildup of immunity. Inhale, reach your hands forward. Bring yourself up, sitting on your heels. Coming into Virasana, so knees stay together. Separate the feet and then scoot your bum right in between your heels here. So you want the heels as tight to your bum as possible. And if you're feeling any knee pain at all, prop up your bum on some blocks. You can stack them up as high as you need to, or on a pillow or a bolster, until you feel no knee pain. And if this is enough, you stay here. If you want more, hands come to the tops or to the soles of the feet. Maybe you reach the knees away from you. Next step is coming down one elbow at a time. Inner groins are wrapping in here, and the knees are pulling towards the front of the mat. So the tailbone is lengthening, and the knees stay on the ground the whole time. If you want more, you can drop the head back, maybe until the crown of the head comes to the ground. Last version, extend the back of the head onto the ground, opening up through the front of the thighs here. If you're feeling crunching in the low back, come up to the previous level. If you'd like more, you can take arms overhead. Knees are constantly reaching away. Those legs are active. We're not just falling into the pose here. And to come out, bring the hands to the feet. Prop yourself up on your elbows. Tuck the chin as you come up. And then walk yourself one hand at a time up. And find yourself into downward dog. Stretch out the low back. Inhale, glide forward into plank. Exhale, lower all the way down onto your belly. Coming into Shalabhasana. Drive all 10 toes into the ground. Hands beside you, palms facing in towards the legs. Inhale, reach the body off the floor. Pull the shoulders back. Inner groins reaching to the back of the room. Toes are pointed. And pubic bone pushing into the mat. Lots going on here. Exhale, release. Turn your head to the left. Just rock it out side to side for a moment. Then come back to center, bend up the knees, flex the feet. Reach around for the inside ankles. Then pull the heels in as tight as you can so they're in line with the hips. Inhale, reach the heart forward. Exhale, push the shins, the ankles into the hands. Dhanurasana. Open through the collarbones, soft bend in the elbows. Reach with the heart. And exhale, release. Plant the hands beside the ribs, push yourself up. Plank position, downward dog. Stretch it out, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, come onto your knees. Toes are tucked. Coming into camel pose. Start with your hands with the, on your low back, fingertips pointing up towards the shoulders. Inhale, push the hips forward, either staying here or dropping the head back. Maybe reaching left hand to left heel, right hand to right heel. Pull the hips forward. Inner groin squeeze in. Inhale, come on back up, chin tucks last, and fold forward for a child's pose. Inhale, walk yourself back up. And then scoot your hips over to the right so that you're sitting in a mermaid-like position where both knees are pointing forward, but you're sitting on your right hip. Bring your right hand beside you, left fingertips behind you for a twist. Keep the ribs drawing in. Inhale forward. Bring the right hand off to the side, side bend over. Inhale back up. And then just switch hips. So sitting on left hip, left fingertips behind you, right hand to right knee. Sitting upright, twisting around. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, right hand off to the side, side bend over. Inhale back up, and we'll come to the other side. And we only did one side bend on the other side, so we have to make it even. So come back onto your left hip. Left fingertips off to the side, side bend over towards the left. Nice juicy stretch. Inhale back up. And exhale, come to find tabletop position here, reverse tabletop. I like to bring the heels of my hands to the back edge of the mat. That way I know that my shoulders are in alignment. Feet are hip distance apart. Inhale, lift up into reverse table. And exhale, come down. We'll go into that again. So either take that variation or the full variation with straight legs. Toes are pointed, so it's a halfway between a flex and a point. Engage through the thighs. Inhale, reach the heart. And exhale, scoop the belly around the back, tuck the chin, reach the tailbone towards the heels. As you inhale, push into the hands and the heels, reaching the toes towards the ground. Let the head drop. Lift the bum. And exhale, release down. Come to lay all the way down onto your back, preparing for bridge pose. Feet are hip distance apart, and the heels, you should be able just to graze the heels with your hands. Inhale, reach the hips up, outer hips drawing away from you. Slight tone in the tushy, but not gripping. Push into the back of the head to draw the shoulders underneath you, maybe interlacing the hands behind the bum, reaching them down towards the ground. Feel length in the tailbone. Also find space in the neck, so we're not crunching in the neck. The cervical spine isn't even touching the floor here. And exhale, release down. You can do another bridge pose if you would like, or option, we'll move into shoulder stand. If shoulder stand isn't in your practice, you can stay here with feet over top of the hips, still getting the benefit of the inversion. If you'd like to come into shoulder stand, we're coming into plow pose, bringing the feet over top of the head, tucking the shoulders underneath, not turning the head side to side, and extending the arms down if they reach for plow pose to start. Then bring the hands to the low back, fingertips pointing towards the bum. Lift one leg up and then the other. You can also do this at a wall. Your back would face the wall. Push into the elbows. Draw up through the low belly. Engage through the thighs. Tremendous work in this pose. Then exhale, bend the legs, coming back into plow pose. Maybe bending the knees beside the ears for Karna Pindasana. Then exhale, release the hands, place them on the floor, and slowly ripple the spine down. Roll onto your right side, push yourself up, coming into one forward fold before we close practice. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, fold forward for Paschimottanasana. Reach the spine, working towards a lengthened spine here, gazing at the big toes. Inhale, look up. And exhale, release. Now slowly unwind. Make sure you are one straight line on your mat. Let the toes fall open, heels fall in. Shoulders underneath you. Palms face up and the fingertips, let them curl. And just leave the body and the breath by itself now. Trying not to control it or put any attachment or story to it. See where you can melt deeper into the earth. And just surrender. And gently begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. And take a soft breath in and out. Rock over onto your left side, relaxing in fetal position. Head rests on the bicep. And push into your right hand to draw yourself up to a seated position. Try and maintain this internal peace you've created. Hands come to heart center. Om Shanti Shanti Shantihi. Peace, peace, universal peace. Peace for ourselves, peace for those close to us, and peace for all beings. Bring your hands to your forehead, reminding us all to be clear in our thoughts, words, and actions this week. Namaste. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. I hope that this immune boosting yoga practice is just what you needed to help ward off any illnesses that may have been creeping into your body, or to keep that immune system burning strong so that you don't get sick. Thanks for taking this time out for you with me. And if you have any comments, please drop them below. I'd love to hear from you. Until next time, happy practicing. Bye.